You're gonna get even drier, baby, because I'm washing my face like 5 times. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Yamarellis. You can call me Yami though, I don't mind. I am here yet again filming this video because I already filmed it, but you don't care. Let's get straight into the meat of this video. Essentially, I recently saw a James shirt. You can't even see my shirt. Like, how do you even know I have a shirt? Let me move back a little bit. I'm a woman of God. You can't make people think we're not wearing shirts, okay? I love my Christian girlies. I love podcasts, and I wanted to kind of combine the two loves of the things, and I wanted to make this video. But I think right now there's a lot of people in the Christian realm of content creating really good Christian content. And then I think that there's some makeup artists that have been OGs in the game that are doing really great. I love both types of content, and I find myself watching James Charles videos all the time. Nothing against him. And honestly, if you're that type of person who's going to hate on Mr. James, you can click on somebody else's video. Let me just tell you that right now. I'm just going to film this video, even though I feel hella insecure right now, because why would hella insecurity stop me? Yuck. I'm talking Emmy Moore. I'm talking Ashley Hetherington. I'm talking Ali Yost, and one of the girls from Girls Gone Bible. I'll decide in a minute which one I want to do because I think doing both of them is going to be a lot, and they have very similar makeup styles anyways. So we are going to recreate their makeup looks, their everyday makeup looks. Some of these makeup looks now, I found them on YouTube. I found them on TikTok, so I can actually go in and recreate them using similar products. And a lot of these products are just dupes for some of the original products that these ladies are using. So you might get, you might kill 2 birds with 1 stone here and really get your dupes in and get some new makeup looks to try out. So let's get into it. We're going to see which one of these makeup looks the best on me and my features, depending on the different techniques used and the different ways that that makeup was applied. And we're going to end up rating all of them at the very end to see which one I personally like. This is really for entertainment purposes. And let me tell you right now, I'm not one to pin women against each other. This is strictly for fun, entertainment purposes. I love every single one of the women that I'm going to be mentioning today. I'm just going to see which one of the makeup styles I like the most, because why not? Why not learn something from these lovely women of God? So without any further ado, I'm going to show you this video. It's Emmy Moore getting ready. She's doing her makeup, and she's like in Thailand or some random place, and she's wearing this really pretty purple outfit. It's a little bit old. It's from 2024, but it's the one that shows the most accurate representation of her full makeup routine with no cuts. So that's the one we're clicking on because I've already looked through all of them, and honey, we don't get the full tea in all of them. This is the only video that really shows every single step. She goes fast. Okay, I'm so excited. All right, let's get into it. Get this face beat, honey. Okay, boom, we're hopping right into it. So a lot of these products that she's using are actually from elf, so that's great because that means that we're going to be using the actual products that she's using. So this might be the most accurate representation of these makeup looks. So she's using this elf. Haha, I had switched the, wow, these are the same components. I had switched the lids. That's so funny. Okay, so this is actually the brow lift by elf. So she's brushing up her eyebrows. Okay. We're starting off strong. She's using quite a bit of product. You can see it on the brush as she is brushing her brows up. Oh. This eyebrow has like a bald spot right here. This is my least favorite eyebrow. Does anybody have like a least favorite eyebrow? Well, this is it. She's carving them out pretty, like, how do I say this? Like, she's not lightly going to the top. She's like cutting them in half almost and scooping them all the way so that they almost curl on top of each other. Base coming all the way around and curling them and making them extra small at the tail. That doesn't look right, but that's what she's doing. Her brows, oh, that looks right. Okay. I'm not gonna say too much. Don't want to give too much of my opinion away on anything just yet. I feel like once this is on, honey. Oh, I feel like I'm messing it up. Oh God, she's using the extra. She literally took the product off of the brush. She's using that to further press it in. What do you think? Okay, so now she's hopping right into foundation. She is not using any prep. Okay, she says she uses 2 shades, but I already tried the shades out, and this is a perfect match for me. So I'm not going to use 2 different shades. She pretty much has a self-tanner on. I don't. I'm very pale. She put a lot on, so I'm going to put a lot on also because we want to make sure we're doing it the correct way. Making sure my neck is covered. And she is going in. Oh my goodness. So she is blending aggressively. Patting. She's putting some under her eyes. She's taking that down her neck. I feel like a bronze statue. Super, super duper highlighted. I wouldn't say it's a glow. I would say this is a straight up shimmer. She's using the Camo e.l.f. concealer. I have that one. She put one continuous swipe like that. Not too much. She is using either the same brush or a similar brush, which I have a similar brush, to go under the eye, going down the nose. Okay, around her mouth. She's used, okay. That's it. Pause. She barely blended. She literally went like this. Like, she barely blended. She's going in with a cream bronzer. And she is going into one that looks like this. So hers is a little bigger. I don't know which exact brand it is. It could be like a more expensive brand, but it looks like the exact shade and it's a very similar pot. So we're gonna go into it. And she is laying it on thick. Okay, she is putting on quite a bit of bronzer. So we're gonna just copy her exactly, and I'll be right back. Shameless plug, I also have my own podcast called I Rise with the Sun that I will link below. And I hope to be one of these girlies that you can recreate my makeup one day. Like, you never know, you never know. We're just putting it out there. Thank you, Lord. And she is taking this into her cheek area like this. Almost like blush. She's taking it under her eyeballs. She's not too worried about it going everywhere. She is, yep, putting it into her cheek like this, on her other cheek, wrapping it around her head. I hope that you can see this. Maybe it's because like it's so shimmery to me that I can't really see if the bronzer is showing up that well. I hope it is. I hope you can see it better on camera. I bought a powder. She's using a powder foundation as a setting powder, which I have a powder foundation by L'Oreal. This is one of my favorite powder foundations. It is a dusty, crusty mist. I broke it, so all right. But she's using this with a fluffy brush like this one, and she's going in to set her face. So she is setting her face with this, and she's setting her eyes. She's going in with a similar fluffy brush like this, going into a powder bronzer, which honestly I'm almost out of. I'm hitting pan on, but I'm gonna use it until it's empty. And she's going back around. Oh my gosh. She's going back around the places that she's already bronzed. She's using a very bright purple blush, and I have something similar, not as bright or purple. This is more wearable, but I think it's fine. I think we're good. She's using a brush like this one. She is not afraid of product placement. That's one thing I'm gonna say. She's not meticulous with it whatsoever. She's very much throw it on there and get it on her face. Not very careful about her eye area. That doesn't seem to be a concern. For her, it's pretty much giving like, no, she's just doing her makeup and she's enjoying it and she is not too worried about it. Is it eating? 100%. Like, it looks really good. It's a full beat look, but it's not too meticulous or crafted. It's very much just easy makeup. As crazy as that sounds, like, she's pretty much saying you could throw anything on your face and it would look good. You just need to have confidence. That's what it's giving. This blush is going just like this all the way. Okay. And crazy enough, this shade looks almost identical once you have it on the skin. This is, in case you're wondering, Always Crushing by e.l.f. But okay, she's going again very high. She's going almost into her eyeball. Yep, just like that. Yeah, she's going like this. Like, she's going into her temples. I don't know, girls. I don't know, girly pop. She says she's gonna go back in with her powder just to tone things down and brighten the under eye a little bit. And then she's using the same brush that she used for her blush to go into a highlighter, putting it just right on the top, down her nose, on her chin, on her forehead, on the brow bone, on her nose. She's using mascara. She's very much a open and close her mascara on her. Like, you know how when people close their eyelid like that? I don't really do that. I just use a low mirror and place it on like that. None on the bottom. A nudie lip liner. Slightly overlining. She's very bold with it also, like, especially on her upper lip. How is she doing this so fast? Ah! It's fine. She is overdrawing her cupid's bow and kind of connecting them like that. I'm not doing it as quickly as her. She's literally like, throwing it on, honey. She is not worried about anything. She's filling in her lip on the bottom only. She is setting her face. She's setting her face. She's done. Is she done? I forgot to shake it. Okay, so this is the look. Let's take a few little... Okay, what do we think? Before I say my thoughts, which clearly I'm going to say my thoughts in just a little bit at the very end, but as the audience, what are we thinking? The eyebrows, she didn't do anything else with the eyebrows. She just painted them up, and honestly, they did kind of disappear under some of the foundation. The foundation is very hydrating, and I'm a little bit of an oily queen. We'll talk about that a little bit more at the end, but essentially, this is the look. Do I see myself wearing this makeup look in the summer or in the hot sun? No, this would melt off in, I think, 2 seconds. It's very texture heavy. I can feel it on my skin. It's just like melting off. There's nothing to hold. I mean, we did put powder on, but there's nothing to hold it down. It's very, I don't know. But we will go ahead and start with the next makeup routine. And that next makeup routine is going to be Miss Ali Yost. So we're going to follow her makeup routine next and see if we like it. I'm going to be going back and forth between 2 different videos because they're both very similar, except one of them includes new products that she's seeming to like be promoting, and one of them is just her like doing her makeup based off products that she likes. So I'm going to do both of them so that I could get the most accurate thing. So Ali uses Hydro Grip by Milk Makeup in her video. However, again, we're using the cheap alternatives. So a dupe for that would be the Power Grip Primer by Elf Cosmetics. So that's what we're doing. We're going in with that first. And she's very gentle with her fingers. So in this video, she's using a Makeup Forever foundation, an HD foundation. And I've tried the Makeup Forever HD foundations. I used to wear more makeup when I was in, I worked as an Ulta beauty counter girl. So I would say that if you're looking for a dupe for Makeup Forever foundations, the best you're going to get is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. It's so great. It's so natural. It's like not too heavy. It's satin finish. It's really, really nice. So that's what I would recommend. She's using a Dior Glow lip oil that looks identical to this. This is like $2 by Elf. So if you don't have that Dior money, get you on that Elf one because it literally looks the same. This is the shade Pink Quartz. So she's using a fluffy brush just like the one I was using. So she's putting her foundation on her skin in little dollops, like on her skin, not on her hand. Like she's doing this. She's going like this. This is not something that I do, so this is new for me. And she is just going in and blending it out like that with her fluffy brush, quickly dabbing it like this, like dragging motions. She's putting some on her eyeball, so I'm just gonna put some right on my eyeball. I don't do that often with my makeup either. How do I say this? I don't usually put makeup on my eye. I mean, I put concealer on my eyeballs, but I don't usually put the foundation that I'm gonna use on my eyeballs. So that's interesting. She looks like she has a lot of it on her, but I don't see her apply it under her eye, but her under eye looks so flawless. So I'm gonna add a little more. This big fluffy brush is not something I would normally use to like blend out a foundation, but I will have to say I am enjoying. She is using a Makeup Forever palette just to conceal spots of her makeup. So I'm just gonna put stuff on my problem areas because I don't have that palette. And she's using a smaller brush to blend it out. That's a good technique. She did not put concealer on. Okay, so she has a Rare Beauty liquid blush. I have the knockoff Elf version also. This is in the shade Cheeky Lychee. Oh my gosh, yes, I love that name. I love Lychee. She has like all the shades, but she chooses a similar shade to this. So this is the shade I'm going to use. Very bright pink. She's using a brush like this. Is she? Is it this? She's switching her brush. She's using a brush like this. She's pressing in. I'm guessing these Elf ones are a little more pigmented. Okay, ma'am. These Elf blushes are a little bit more pigmented because I used the same amount that she used. However, it looks like hers is almost dissolved into her face, and mine is like, bam! I'm using a Dirty Beauty blender to achieve the same look that she's doing, that she's going for. She is, oh my gosh, this is so dirty. She is using her pressed powder and going under her eye and down into her nose. She's not loving it. She doesn't love it. Okay, why are we doing it then? Oh, because she's testing it out. It's fine. We're doing what she's doing. She's saying she appreciates a loose powder more. Okay, I hear you, honey. So I have, she's saying Laura Mercier, baby. We ain't got Laura Mercier money. We got Makeup Revolution translucent powder. I've heard good things. Let's go. Doing the same thing, going under the eye. She's mattifying the heck out of this look, which is something that I wasn't initially expecting from Ali. I don't know. She just seems to glow, but she's adding on that powder, honey. Let me tell you, we did 2 powders. Not only did we do 2 powders, but we did a lot of these 2 powders. Okay, now she's going into a blush. A powder blush. We're gonna use the same blush that we used earlier. Literally similar color also. That's so funny. Oh man, I got foundation on my dress! Putting some on her nose, under her nose, on her cheeks. She is still putting more on. I think I'm gonna stop here. Oh wow, she's going into her eyes also. That is such an interesting technique. I've never done that. Go like into my eyeballs with it. It just seems like crazy. But there we go. This is very blushy. What do we think? She says she uses either the Milk Makeup setting spray, which I have the dupe of, the Power Grip, or she uses the Rare Beauty setting spray. So we're just gonna use this one because she says she uses both, and this is a dupe for the Milk one. I got it in my mouth. Why is it salty? She's going into the powder again with a brush and putting more powder. Ma'am, give me a second. I don't even have that brush that you're using. I don't know if she's going into the pressed powder or the loose powder. I'm thinking it's the pressed powder, considering the way she's tapping it on her skin. Right after the setting spray, she's going in, I'm guessing, into her most oily spots and just doing more powder. Again, was not expecting so much powder from Miss Ma'am. I don't know what I thought, but I'm gonna do the same. Can I be honest though? I don't know what it is. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's not looking too cakey or powdery or makeup-y. Let's keep trusting the process. She's brushing up her eyebrows just with nothing on them. She's using a brow pencil. She's using Anastasia at Beverly Hills. I'm using the NYX one. It's exactly the same. I've tried both. Professional Makeup Micro Brow Espresso. She's outlining her brows, she's saying, and she's done. Okay, so she said she was outlining them, so that's what I'll do. I'll outline them, and then she said she's focusing most of the product on her tails because her tails are a little thinner. I think my tails are fine, but I will still fill them in, keep up with what she's doing. Obviously, my eyebrows are way darker than hers. I think I need to stop. Let's see, because they still look pretty natural. Mine are already really, really thick and hairy, so I don't really need to do too much to them. She's using a brow gel. Okay, she's using a brow gel on her brows. She is using the one by Benefit, but I'm just using the one by NYX, the Control Freak. Okay, she has this shimmery, glittery eye crayon thing by this brand called Filwy, but I have a similar shade in an eyeshadow. This was $1 from e.l.f. and it looks the exact same. If you want to achieve this literal exact same look, she's just putting it as her main eyeshadow, nothing else. So she's going in just a nice shimmery, slightly glittery look. It looks exactly the same. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Oh, wow. Look at that. Period. She's using a brown mascara. I should have bought a brown mascara, but honestly, my hair is black. Her hair is brown. Her eyebrows are brown. It makes more sense. And it matches her eyes. I have black eyes, black hair, black eyebrows. I think black might be best for me. Does she put it underneath her eyes? Some people don't. I know Emmy didn't. I don't usually put some under my eyes anyway. This is looking really nice. Okay. Using a lip liner in a similar nude shade to the one that we used earlier. She's saying it should be close to my natural lip color, and it kind of is. So you're just trusting that. Did she overline? Well, she did line. Did she remove her little Cupid's bow? Let's see. She did. What is with it with these girls trying to? That's so sad. I always define my Cupid's bow. Okay, she's wanting like a suede lip product. Suede lip product. Here we go. This looks very similar. Kindness by Rare Beauty, and this is Current Mood by Maybelline. Cute. Oh, it's over. Okay, girl. Okay. I love the lip. I love the eyes. Let me stop. I give way too much away. I like this. I like the technique that she used with the big fluffy brush to apply the foundation a lot. It really just smoothed out the foundation in a way that using like a smaller brush or like a sponge even would not work. It just makes it look a lot more flawless. I love the primer and how it really makes my makeup look nice and firm, and it feels nice and natural, which is odd considering the fact that I use so much powder. I've never ever used that much powder. But for some reason, I don't look super matte. You can still see a glow in my face. It looks really natural, and I bet it'll last all day long. And it's not sticky, and it's gonna stay in place. It's not moving around like the other one was. We like her. We like her. We like her. Ratings coming at the end, but let me stop talking. This trying to find a video where Ashley Hetherington was doing her full makeup routine was it was crazy. Okay, it was crazy. I could not find one where she was doing her full makeup routine, so I had to just piece together a bunch of different clips to come up with her basic makeup routine. So we're gonna just do the best we can and pray. Okay, Miss Ashley, honey, we need to get a full makeup routine, babe. No, we're just gonna go with it. It looks like she's mixing sunscreen, like she's putting it on her face. It could be something else, but it looks like sunscreen. Like, it's very pale. And foundation. I'm gonna use the same one from before. She's using a brush to mix it in. So she's mixing them together on her face, like this. Okay, the more blending, the better. She's using a concealer that also looks like this component right here. You know what? I have a concealer that actually looks more natural like that. It's the Bare With Me Concealer Serum. We're going to use that instead because the consistency looks more like it, even though hers is also in a pot. So she's putting it on opposite ends of her under eye. Whoa, like this. Like, yep, that's literally the exact consistency that I'm seeing. So that's what we're going with. And here, blending it in with a brush that looks like this. She's just literally swiping it under her eye. Oh, she puts them on her chin. On her chin. Swiping it also. Swiping it on her forehead. She's almost using like a, how do I say it? Like a concealer as her bronzer, but it's really dark. And she's putting it on her forehead like this. So that's what we're going to do. But I don't have that. So I'm just going to use this bronzer. The shade she has is a lot darker than the one I'm using. Okay. That kind of blended into nothing. I love how she talks about Jesus so much. And oh, perfect. So we're seeing more contour going down the sides of her nose. She is dotting the tip of her nose. Okay, that's interesting. I'm liking this so far. I can't deny it. And she went under her chin. Powder. Okay, we're getting somewhere. She's using a brush for the powder. Putting it all over her face. I know I saw a video of her doing her brows. Am I tripping? Is it this one? It has to be this one. There it is. Pencil. Eyebrow pencil. She's lightly filling them in. Not really doing anything specific. Just literally. And using the other end. What? Uh, uh, uh. Oh, wow. That was crazy. She's putting some mascara on. She doesn't seem to have anything except a light glaze over her lips. Almost like a lip oil again. So I'm going to put this lip oil on until I find something else to put on that she shows me. But honestly, it's a very simple look. Did she put blush on? Hold on. I could have sworn she put a little bit of blush on her cheeks, but it was like a liquid of some sort or like a cream. So I'm going to put this cream blush, Putty Blush by e.l.f. on there, just on the apples of my cheeks. So I'm going to add a little bit of eyeshadow, just a natural color, just across the lid. Hopefully you can't see this box, but I have all my makeup in a box. Like maybe I don't know, this brown right here. And I'm just going to literally just a little swipey swipe. That's literally all I see on there. Hold on. Let me look at the picture of her, right? Because we need to examine the picture before we. Yeah, I mean, if she's wearing eyeshadow, that's it. If she's wearing anything on her lips, it's gloss. I don't see anything else on her lips. I don't even think that's highlighter. I think that's just her natural sheen. That's it. That's what we're gonna call it. I've searched through too many videos. Honey bun, sugar plum. I will happily recreate a video Ashley, of you doing your whole makeup and following along to your tutorial if you had one. So, but honestly, my thoughts are, I like it. I don't mind it. It's very natural. I would wear this on a day that I'm literally wanting to give no makeup. It's very, very nice. I did like mixing. Like at first when I was mixing the sunscreen with the foundation, I was like, Ashley, no. But then after I'm done mixing it in, it looks great. It looks wonderful. I'm gonna wipe this off and we're gonna do Miss Angela from Girls Gone Bible. Um, Only because I saw this eye look on her that I really wanted to try. I love me some Ari as well. Don't get it twisted. But I wanted to see how it would look on me. So we're gonna go ahead and do that one more time, washing this face off. And then we're gonna dive right into our last and final makeup look of the day. I'm actually really excited because my face hurts. But without any further ado, let's get this face washed off. So now I don't know if this is something on exclusively on Girls Gone Bible Plus, or if I'm just not seeing the content that I'm trying to look for. What is in my hairline? It could be anything. It could be foundation. It could be the stuff I've been using to get it off. It could be the primer. It looks like gel. I don't know what it is, but it's fine. We're leaving it like that. Miss Angela, why is there not a single piece of content on there where you're doing your makeup? Hello? How have I looked at every single piece of content of you in the internet, as well as asked ChatGPT, and there's nothing to be found? Is it Girls Gone Bible Plus? Do I have to get a subscription to see you doing your makeup? Because honestly, I would love for both of you to just sit down and have a makeup sesh. I would love that. But anyway, I did find this video on TikTok. It's a bit of a recent video, and I really love the way that Angela's makeup looked. And I love the way that her cut crease was. She had like a cut crease and a wing liner, and just the way her blush fell was really, really pretty to me. So I wanted to recreate that. So let's get into it. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna say is her makeup looks set. Like it looks like a doll's skin. It's very matte. So I'm gonna follow the same, because at this point, I'm just gonna be mixing different techniques to create what I assume is her makeup look, because genuinely, I can't tell from this video. I can't tell what she's wearing. I don't know. I have the slightest clue in the whole world what she's actually wearing on her face. But first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some of the Pore Grip, the Power Grip primer, because clearly her makeup is suctioned onto her face, and I wouldn't be surprised if she actually used the milk version of this also. Another thing I'm gonna do to make this matte is I'm gonna add a thin layer of powder to my bare face. That's crazy, but it's just so matte. I feel like I need to. Just a little bit, a thin layer. Okay, boom, done. Then I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the same foundation I've been using and use the same technique that Miss Ali suggested to use. This time I'm just gonna take it right on my hand because I don't feel like I really need to put it on my face first. And I'm just gonna paint it on in a thin, thin layer, because Miss Ma'am does not have a single ounce of cakiness anywhere to be found on her skin. So we're gonna just try to replicate that best we can. Oh yes. Oh yes, honey, that's looking good. And we're gonna add quite a bit, probably more than we've used so far, because it seems like Miss Angela is quite beat. Her concealer also looks matte, so we're gonna go in with the camo concealer that we used. We used that with Miss Ali at the beginning. It's looking pretty full beat. Okay, so we're gonna just go for it. We're gonna go for it. I'm gonna put it along the sides of my nose because the sides of her nose are so bright. Maybe in the center also. Her chin right up here looks really bright. The sides of her face look really bright right there. And so does this cheek area. And even up here. Okay, all right. Let's get to blending. I'm gonna use this brush also because it just does a great job of blending everything nicely. And on the side of the nose, that's bright. Love that. Okay, this is looking good. And it's looking quite like what Miss Angela is doing here. And we're gonna add some powder just like Miss Ali did. I think that technique is gonna work for this in order to make it look really snatched. right under the eye with a pressed powder, down the sides of the nose, going down. We're just gonna hit everything. We're just gonna hit everything with powder. I almost want to bake, but I'm not gonna. Just because baking is not a technique that we really use too much in 2025. So I'm assuming she doesn't actually bake. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna risk using any liquid products for her. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with my liquid, with my powder blush. And the way that she's applying her blush, so it's focused right here, maybe a little bit over on her temple area, like this. But then it's blended outward very lightly into the cheeks, like almost the extra product is kind of swept into her cheeks. So that's what I'm gonna try, focusing it like right here. The reason I'm doing the blush first is because the blush is the first thing that I'm seeing. And she does add quite a bit. And it does also look like this color too. This color is always Christian. And that's the name too. It's always Christian. So almost like a little bit lower than the other girlies that I've seen do it. Ooh, I might have added too much. And then it kind of wraps, brings out kind of into the cheek like this. Just like that. Like it's a really light kind of residue that's swept onto her cheek. That actually looks really good. Okay. Really good. Period. And it's just kind of melted into the sides of her face like this. Just a little bit, not too much. Okay. Doing that over here also. Taking this residual product and just feel like Bob Ross. I definitely feel the creative control in this makeup routine a little bit more. We're going to go for the bronzer and we're going to add it just directly under the blush. Not too much. I genuinely see it almost looks like she cuts down like this with the bronzer. I'm just gonna do that, just like not too much though. Like that just could be her literal jaw just being fantastic. And I'm gonna put a little under my lip only because my lips are not even close to as big as hers. And then I'm gonna take some of it and go down the sides of my nose. Her nose is so cute. And then she has a bit of a button nose thing going on, so I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna go under my jaw and cut it out, even though she might not have as much as I do. She just has a really cut jawline, so I'm gonna replicate that. I think the face is done. Okay, period. And then I'm gonna do the extra powder method. With the pressed powder, just go in, pat that junk down one more time. Why not? Add that final layer of perfection. That does it. That does it. That final layer. Look at that. It's literally giving flawless. Like, don't tell me that doesn't look flawless. Moving on to her brows. Random order. It is what it is. I'm gonna say, why not? She uses a pencil. I'm calling it. They are drawn in. They don't give natural, but they're thin, so it doesn't look crazy, you know? She seems to have neutral tones on her eye, sweeping out. The look that she's giving is very much like a cut crease, so I'm gonna go for it. So it's like a wee kind of moment. I'm just gonna recreate that on my lids using like a grayish purple color. Ooh, that's pretty. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of a darker color just right to the outer portion and do the same thing. Okay, that's good. Now it looks like she cut her crease with some concealer. So that's what I'm gonna do. Ooh, there we go. Wow. Okay. All right, let's just do the other eye. I'm so sorry about the ASMR. I was not expecting to be eating right now, but I think it's matte. I think we're gonna leave it. We're just gonna set it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set it with the pressed powder. And then she goes in with a brown eyeliner moment, but it looks like it's with with the eyeshadow itself. White waterline stuff in her eye. I can see from here. Cute. Then we go in with mascara. I'm gonna do the lips and then do the other eye off camera because ain't nobody got time for that. The lip liner. I feel like I've gotten more confident with my lip liner as the day has progressed. Her cupid's bow also seems to be What is it with the Cupid's bow, guys? Is it a trend to cover them? Because you're a beacon in Jesus' name. She does look like she used the lip pencil throughout her whole lip also. Pretty. It looks like she has some kind of light gloss, so I'm just going to use the lip oil. Put just a little bit, like, looks like barely any, just like that. Cute! Okay, let me finish this off. Finish this eye off camera, and then I'll give you all my final thoughts, queens. Okay, so this is the completed look. Hold on, it's not a super natural makeup look. I did add a little bit of highlighter in just some basic areas that I saw on her. But it's cute. It makes me feel really, really cute. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me go ahead and rate all of the looks and put them all together and let you know what my final thoughts were. Let's kind of recap everything that we've done so far, all the makeup looks that we've done so far, and go over them and see which one is my favorite, which one's my least favorite, which techniques I picked up, which ones I liked, didn't like, whatever, you know the tea. We're going into it straight off, starting with Miss Emmy Moore. Using her nice Halo Glow Liquid Filter Foundation, led us with a very, very glowy base, and adding some more glowy products on top of it, especially the highlighter and things like that. Just for me personally, made it way overly glowy. I don't know what you guys thought in the comments, or if you really liked it or really did not like it at all. But for me personally, it was probably like a 2 out of 5. Okay. I know for me, because I'm so super oily and I have big, huge pores, that foundation just wouldn't necessarily work for me. Even though it's so pretty and I wish it did, but it just doesn't. I tend to thrive in a satin or a matte foundation better, just because it lasts a little bit longer, and that is definitely what I would like to see, especially during the summertime, which is coming up so soon. And also the contour and the blush and everything was just, I don't know how she made it look so pretty, is what I'm trying to say. Because on her it looked so cute, and then I felt like on me it just looked like a hot mess. Let me know if you try that makeup look out, and let me know if it looked really good on you, and if it hydrated you, and if it felt amazing on you. But for me, it was not it. It was not it. Miss Emmy, she knows how to work her makeup. She was confident with it. She was doing it in a time crunch, and she managed it, and she ended up looking so cute at the very end. And we love that for her. And I thought, honestly, crazy enough, that going into this, that Emmy Moore's was the makeup look I would like the most. Maybe it's because we have dark hair, and I thought that maybe, and light skin. Not that I look anything like her. I know that. Don't even think I'm trying to compare myself to her. I'm mid at most, but just saying, just to get it out of the way, that clearly it just wasn't the case. That just wasn't the case. Even though we might have similar features to some regard, that doesn't necessarily mean that our skin texture or the things that we need in order to feel good in our makeup are the same. So, sorry, Emmy, love you so much, but that was a 2 out of 5 for me. Next person that we had on the list was Miss, who was it? Miss Allie. Oh, Miss Allie. Okay. So Miss Allie came out the box with a lot of makeup techniques. We used 2 different videos to kind of go back and forth with, and what I noticed right off the bat was that she had worked in a makeup counter space before, so she knew what she was talking about. So she had the most techniques when it comes to makeup application, which made me feel just super like my makeup was under control. It felt a little less chaotic than maybe Miss Emmy's makeup. It felt a little bit more meticulous. It was very much geared towards the thing that suited her specific face shape and everything like that. I enjoyed it very, very much. I like the natural look. I like the glitter on the eyes. I'm usually not one to go for glitter on my eyes. But for that particular makeup look, it really made me feel put together and cute. So I really, really enjoyed it. And I would give Miss Allie probably a 4 out of 5. I would give Miss Allie a 5 out of 5. I'm going to give Miss Allie a 5 out of 5. Just because she really knew what she was doing. She gave me that technique of using that big fluffy brush in order to spread out my foundation. And honestly, that technique, I'm going to use it from now on. It just did such a great job at spreading it all out evenly and nicely. As well as the technique of adding some powder on top of powder on top of powder. And honestly, that technique really, really helped me because I'm an oily girl, like you know. I'm already getting oily through this, and I just finished. So the powder on top of powder while still looking super natural was such a good technique. Like I really enjoyed it. I like that it didn't make me feel cakey, but if anything, it made me feel nice and put together and like skin somehow. I don't know how that happened, but definitely loved it. Moving on to Miss Ashley Hetherington. It was hard for me to find something specific in her category that I could use as a tool to do the rest of my makeup look with. Only because she had a lot of different cuts of her makeup tutorials, but not a full length makeup tutorial. I don't even know if what I got was what she does for her makeup looks, but I just followed what I saw and kind of came up with the rest in the picture that I had. And I feel like I did an okay job. I think that that would be the no makeup look that I use on a day-to-day basis, especially if it's going to be a hot day, because I don't know if that was foundation and sunscreen that she used, but it sure looked like sunscreen and foundation mixed together, which was fine because it ended up making my makeup look pretty good. And I felt like if I could go out in the day, I would be super protected from the sun. And it was nice. It was nice and cute, and there was nothing wrong with it. And I really liked her makeup. But I would say overall, because it just wasn't, it was a little bit hard. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. It wasn't my favorite. I didn't feel like I had too much on. Maybe if I had had a darker shade of contour or something, I don't know. Who knows? But I felt like I replicated the picture enough to know that it was just like not my favorite, but it was not bad either. So 3 out of 5 for you, Miss Ashley. Last but not least, we have Miss Angela from Girls Gone Bible. Love me some Girls Gone Bible. I decided to go with Angela just because I saw the specific makeup look on her on TikTok, and I said, all right, this is a makeup look I want to try to recreate. And honestly, I feel like I did a really good job. It looks very similar to the makeup look that she has in this video that I found. Like I said, I didn't find any content specific to makeup, so I just went off of this video. And luckily, the video I felt was better than a picture to go off of, because I could see her when she moved in different angles and different moments. And if she pulled her hair back, I could see that the blush came up here and whatnot. I feel like overall this is a really good makeup look. It's definitely not an everyday makeup look. Maybe it is. Miss Angela, please let us know if this is your everyday makeup look, and I would love to see a full length video about this. And I hope it's not on Girls Gone Bible Plus, but if I have to subscribe, girl, I might, because I need to know. We all need to know. It's definitely a little bit more high beat type of moment. Like I would wear this out to a birthday. I would wear this to my birthday specifically. It was hard for me to get the eyeliner down, and honestly, at the very end, I don't think I got them identical, but who does? They're twins and not cousins. No, they're cousins and not twins. But the base was a little bit thicker than Miss Allie's, but I did try to follow some of her techniques. It looks good. Like it doesn't look cakey, but it looks like if I had gone just even a little bit heavier with that foundation, it would have looked a little bit cakey. Maybe I just did a little, I mean, obviously I did more than when I did the Miss Allie look, but overall it looks really good. I would have to give this a 4 out of 5. I would have to give this a 4 out of 5 just because of the fact that I wouldn't personally wear it out too much unless I was doing a big event, and it took a little bit of a long time, and it required some more like strenuous techniques like the cut crease and the eyeliner, which I had my fair share of mishaps with, as well as the technique with the blush that was a little bit different that I never seen before. But I will use that technique on blush. It literally looks like she went and took the residual blush and sweeped it up into her under eye area, and it looks so ethereal and so cute. But other than that, I feel like I nailed the makeup look, and a 4 out of 5 is a solid moment, and I will be recreating this for my birthday or an event or whatever the case might be. But at the end of the day, just know I had so much fun creating these makeup looks. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you had so much fun with me. Like, subscribe, share, all of the things. If you find yourself returning to my channel, please subscribe. That would make the world of a difference to the algorithm, and let the channel and let them know that I'm a creator that you would like to see. So please like, subscribe, share, all those magical and wonderful things. And I love you guys so much. Be well, be still. Bye.